lovers. Today I'm going to be sharing 5 different Christmas inspired drink ideas. So 3 of these do include coffee. So that's for all my fellow coffee lovers. But I also have a tea recipe as well as hot cocoa, of course. So if you don't drink coffee, I still got you. So I really hope these recipes inspire you, and I will include all of the ingredients for each recipe in the description so you can easily just copy and paste them or screenshot the ingredients so that when you go to the market, you can grab them and then make the coffees or teas or hot cocoa for yourself. So without further ado, let's get right into this video, and cheers to a beautiful Christmas season. First up may just be my top favorite out of the 5 different recipes, and that is the mint mocha cream cold brew. And if you would like to go the extra mile, the first thing you're going to want to do is add a little chocolate rim to whatever glass you choose. Again, this is totally optional, but I feel like it just takes the recipe to the next level. So I just melted a little circle of chocolate, just put it in the microwave for a few seconds so it would get nice and soft, and then I sprinkled some crushed peppermint on the chocolate and then placed them in my glass so it could just get covered in that chocolatey mint goodness. And then I just stuck it in the freezer for about 10 minutes while I gathered the rest of my ingredients. It's so yummy to have this chocolate rim because you can have a little bit of extra chocolate with each sip. Now it's time to make the cream, so you're going to pour your heavy whipping cream into a new glass with some cacao powder. You don't have to add the cacao powder, but I like this for an extra chocolatey addition, and cacao actually has some health benefits as well, so I figured why not. And then I added a couple drops of mint extract. This stuff is strong, so if you do end up using this, be sure to just add a little bit. You could also sub peppermint syrup or any kind of mint syrup instead of the extract. And then I just took my handheld frother and frothed it until it got nice and thick, and I added a dash of vanilla syrup to sweeten up the mixture. Once my chocolate rimmed glass was nice and cool, I added some ice cubes. And then you can use whatever cold brew you desire. You can do a concentrate, you can use store-bought, or you can make your own. And you just pour that in your glass and then top it with the mint cocoa cream. Next up, we have our milk and cookie cappuccino, and this one is inspired by, of course, Santa's classic milk and cookies. So we'll have some sprinkles and some chocolate components and brown sugar as well. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to want to brew your coffee. You can do a shot of espresso if you want to make it a true cappuccino, but I just did a cup of extra strong coffee. And then you're going to take a small pot and add in your brown sugar as well as your milk of choice. For this one, I'm using oat milk. I really love the creamy texture of oat milk. And you are just going to take your milk and sugar mixture and let it steam. So you can either microwave or just put it on the stovetop and wait till it starts steaming. And then you're going to want to froth it. Grab a cozy mug and pour in your coffee and then your milk mixture. And then we're gonna top it with some whipped cream and chocolate chips or chocolate chunks and sprinkles and a little bit of brown sugar. Next up, we have our cozy candy cane tea, and this is a new recipe I tried this year, and this one is inspired by the Starbucks medicine ball drink, which I know lots of people are a big fan of, and this is just such a comforting drink and perfect for all my tea lovers. So you are going to take your favorite packet of peppermint or mint tea and boil some water to pour over it. And I just let my tea steep for 2 minutes. The directions said 4 minutes, but I just did 2 minutes because I'm gonna add in some candy cane at the end, so I didn't want it to be overbearingly minty. And then you're gonna pour in your lemonade. And I think the secret ingredient is using sparkling pink lemonade. One, because pink just seems a little bit more festive and on brand for the Christmas season because we have a little bit of those green and then reddish tones. But the sparkling also just adds such a fun vibrancy to the drink, and the candy cane really reacted so fun with it because it just made it all bubbly. So you just pour in your lemonade, and then I added my little mini candy cane for that extra mint and just a little Christmas flair. Next up, we have our gingerbread latte, and once again, I went all out for this, and I actually made some gingerbread cookies to top my coffee with. Of course, this is totally optional, but baking Christmas cookies is always a fun activity in and of itself. So once again, for this drink, you can make espresso if you want to make it a true latte, but I just made a cup of strong coffee. And then you're going to take your milk of choice, some cinnamon, a dash of ginger, and froth that all together. And I just microwaved it before I frothed it to make sure it was nice and warm. And then I also added a little bit of maple syrup to sweeten it up. Once your milk mixture is all frothed and ready to go, you can just pour that over your coffee and then top it with some whipped cream, some more cinnamon, and a cute gingerbread cookie. Last but certainly not least, we have the Peppermint Cocoa, and this is just a staple, and if you've never made homemade hot cocoa before, I highly recommend, but this is so decadent. So if you really don't like your hot cocoa too sweet or creamy, this may not be the recipe for you. I would almost call this sipping chocolate because it basically is just melted chocolate with that milk, and you can even add a bit of heavy whipping cream if you want to make it extra thick. So you're going to take a pot once again and add your milk, your chocolate chips or chocolate chunks, and I personally love dark chocolate, so that's what I chose, but you can do whatever kind of chocolate you prefer. Then I also added some cacao. Once again, this is totally optional. So just take your pot over to your stovetop and let it melt. Make sure you leave it on low so you don't end up burning any of your chocolate. And then you just pour it in your mug of choice, and you can top it with whipped cream, sprinkles, and of course another candy cane. And those are all of the recipes. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. Please let me know which one's your favorite, or if you end up making any of the recipes. I definitely love to see your personal creations. So you can tag me on Instagram or just comment down below. But I just hope you all have a beautiful Christmas season, and I cannot wait to see you next. Cheers!